I actually went for the first time with him.
Were you kind of like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, I was like, what are all those white people doing?
Yes. Not a lot of shades at a Ren Fair.
3, 2, 1.
Hear ye, hear ye. We are the Men at Work podcast. I am Kyle of Ye Philadelphia, joined as always by Matt of Ye Haddonfield. Matty, where are we today?
We are at the Bucks County Renaissance Fair.
The Renaissance Fair. And thanks to everybody who came back and enjoys the podcast. If it's the first time you've ever listened to this thing,
Ever.
we just go to random places like the Bucks County Renaissance Fair and we just ask people what they do for a living. And I like to figure out what people do for the Renaissance Fair. What do you think people do for the Renaissance Fair? What do you think they do for a living outside of this?
I feel like it's going to be similar to our furry bros, and everybody's going to be so loaded that like I'm going to enjoy the conversations, but midway through I'm going to find out they make more than me, and I'm going to be like, of course, yeah, of course. It really hurt me a little bit, dude.
So you don't think anyone's going to be like the blue collar babies? You think it's going to be more white collar, like software, IT, or
I'm feeling a lot of
engineering?
software IT. I'm feeling a lot of like bodybuilders. Do you
What?
believe that? I think there's going to be some jacked dudes who are like, yeah, I'm a personal trainer.
What bucket do they fall under? White collar?
I think jacked dudes are bigger nerds than we give credit for. And I
Really?
say that in the most endearing way. I'm a nerd myself. I'm pumped to be here. But I think jacked dudes are kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of like the guy from Game of Thrones. Or like, I'm kind of like the jacked dude from Lord of the Rings.
As a former jack dude yourself,
Yes,
I think that's okay for you to say.
I think so. I think I'm coming from a place of love and understanding. Where I used to be a jacked fella and I'd be like, maybe I am kind of Aang from Avatar in a lot of ways. Now, there's one jarring way that I'm not. And that's being a white man. But otherwise, I was like, dude, that's what you work out for. Is you can wear crazy costumes, you can wear wild outfits, and then you're still yoked like a goddamn egg breakfast.
Yeah, there are a lot of crazy costumes around here. A lot of people that I don't know if they're, I don't know what they are. I'm happy to learn about them. A lot of
Well, what are you, dude?
a lot of Game of Thrones cosplay. I think I look like a biker,
Sure.
but you got me the size 44. Apparently, I think
Of
it was
course.
youth 44. It doesn't really fit over the old tits, so
I think that might be you being too jacked. You're actually fitting the bill of exactly what we were talking
yeah, real jacked. Right, I got my chain on, my dollar
course.
chain.
Yeah.
And I got my king's crown on, which I don't like being the king. I don't.
Yes,
it
you
feels
do,
like I'm
dude.
self-congratulating myself. It feels like a very self-congratulatory. It feels very not modest, not demure. I don't
think-
like it.
Dude, I think you need to appreciate more about yourself. You are a kingly figure, dude. You're tall. You're the peaceful tyrant, as we've covered many times.
Yeah,
I
but
think you have a kingly allure to yourself.
the only guy who was ever like kingly in Game of Thrones, and I'm just gonna. I knew nothing about the Renaissance culture, so I'm just gonna go always just base it off of medieval times in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
that guy got his head chopped off in season 1.
Yeah, but that's always going to happen. You know what I mean? You just got to, that's run of the mill king behavior.
Sir Robert Baratheon, he took a buck's horn to the
He took an antler
what are
to
the
the throat.
antler to the throat, and he died. Like that's a king's death right there.
Look, dude, this is the first time I've been around a buck that's not Giannis Antetokounmpo, so I'm trying to feel myself out here. But
Yeah.
so you're a Game of Thrones guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I mean, as much as my like, I have the worst attention span.
Yeah.
I'm actually on the. I guess I'm in the minority when it's like I actually didn't mind the last season
Oh, really?
because it was just like, prove to me one time HBO has been able to land the plane on any series.
Yeah, of course.
Sopranos,
Yeah.
Entourage, the last season sucked.
Uh,
But Game of Thrones, I mean, how we're dickheads.
yeah.
You give us like 7 seasons of like some of the best programming of all time. The fact that you couldn't bring home an 8th one, people were like, "Yeah, this is the worst show of all time." So bad that people are now not watching House of Dragons, which might be the greatest show of all
Oh my
time,
God, Kyle.
strictly because it's just dragons just fucking people up.
Dude,
50% of the season.
I
Like,
have
it's
a-
everything. It's everything a dumb person like me who can't like focus on a
Sure.
storyline once. It's like I'll be watching it and all of a sudden I know I'll be on my phone because I have the brain of an ant, attention span of a rodent.
sure. Be
And
nice to yourself. Say something nice about Kyle, for Christ's sake.
so anyway, and then like if the show's like 45 minutes in, I'm like, all right, put the phone down. The last 15 minutes is my time to shine because I know
Yes.
that we're gonna get some dragon and he's gonna melt some dude's face off.
And look, I'm totally on board with that. I do have a running theory of Game of Thrones and now House of Dragons. To me, it's intro to nerd. It's for people who like don't really splurge too much in the nerd community and the other faculties that we have to offer, and they go, "Oh, it's pretty cool. It's like a knight. There's like dragons." It's like, dude, I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, by myself, skinny fat, in my parents' basement, no shirt on, with a sword they bought me, pretending I'm in like the Lord of the Rings. And everybody's like, Game of Thrones is cool. I'm like, you weren't in the trenches, brother.
Dude, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is head and shoulders cooler than Lord of the Rings. I watched Lord of the Rings one time, and I never went back.
You don't appreciate like camaraderie?
A bunch of imps walking through the forest.
Imps is nuts, dude. You can't say imps.
I can say imps.
Hobbits.
Sorry. Yeah, a bunch of hobbits walking through the forest with their tree friends.
Sure.
And this crackhead who's like needs a ring.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah, I mean, he kind of rules.
He's obsessed with a ring. It's like
Gollum probably prepared you for living in Philadelphia. There's a lot of golems lurking the street.
there are a lot of
Looking
still,
for their precious.
Today are a lot of golems. But you know, shout out to the mayor. The mayor's cleaning it up. Okay,
For sure.
I haven't seen a lot of golems lately.
Big ups.
The golems they're hiding
Yeah.
or we bust them out to the suburbs.
That'd be pretty sweet. You should get the golems at the suburbs, dude. I think if you took a golem to just like a normal suburban shop, right, they'd be like, oh, I'm good.
What if we took a golem to the Renaissance Fair?
That would be great. That'd be the sickest trip of all time.
You'd eat so many turkey legs.
You would go hard on the turkey legs.
Get them some
bang out
meat.
some meat. Oh, my God, dude. We
Yeah.
might have to do this. Instead of like Make-A-Wish Foundation, we just do like
Yeah.
dude,
Bring golem to the Renaissance Fair day.
make a trip. That's our new thing, dude.
Speaking of crackheads, Vito was supposed to be a trusty steed.
Sure.
I got him a little horse mask.
Yeah.
Stolen.
That's crazy,
Stolen,
dude.
right? Package got delivered with it. I was away that day. 12 hours later, go down to my package room.
Yeah.
Not there.
Were you pissed?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be a trusty steed.
He's always
Now he's just the king of the hares.
he's the king of the hares, dude. The prince of the rabbits.
Yeah, dude.
No, I was pretty surprised to hear that somebody stole that package, and I just love the idea of like some dude who's just cracked out, opens that thing up thinking it's like at least he's probably opening it like, dear God, please be food. Just I need to eat food today, and he opens it as just a plastic horse head. So he ate it. He definitely ate it.
No, dude. I think when they steal packages, like please something that I can pawn off. Please something. And it has to. I actually feel kind of bad because I ruined that guy's day.
Yeah.
He opened that package, saw the horse head, put it on, probably scared a couple people going out to dinner, coming around the corner, and then like called it a night. Did I ever show you my horse impression?
No, I would love to hear it.
It's so good. It's how good was that?
What are you motorboating a plus-size woman? That's crazy. I'm starting to warm up to it a little bit. Let me get one more. You need like a follow-up. I need like a neigh or something after.
I can't do the neigh. I gotta practice the neigh. You're usually the impressions guy. The Delco people loved your impression. Really came after us hard about Bam not being from Delco. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
we know, and that's on me because I didn't correct you at the time. But like Westchester and Delco, basically just shake hands across county lines. You know when like you go out to the desert and you're like in Arizona, Utah, and like New Mexico all at the same time? It's the same exact thing.
Yeah, we're standing in the trifecta. Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, though, I wasn't even saying he's from Delco. I said he put the accent on the map. If you want to sit here and have a discussion that Bam doesn't have a Delco accent.
You called him the original OG Delconian. That was where you slipped up.
Yeah, but a lot of times it's not where you're from. It's how you talk, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
We got a line? All right. All right, if we got a line, we might as well bring one on.
Let's boogie.
Yo.
Hello, Kyle. What are you doing?
Nothing. Sitting here watching the game, smoking some Thrive.
Are you all alone? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up?
Yo, Cheeto, pick up the phone.
Yo. What's up?
What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
True. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up?
Yo, what's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Can't complain. What's your first name?
My name's Chris.
Chris. And Chris, what do you do for a living?
I'm a native landscaper.
Okay, I feel like you're just dressing up landscaper, but I'm excited. Tell me what a native landscaper is.
So the thing about native landscaping specifically is that it focuses strictly on plants that are native to where you live.
Got it.
So it promotes pollination, it promotes animal growth. It's basically a way to take environmentalism into the locals' hands, into the individual's
Got
hands.
it.
So we just go around, we make all these garden beds, plant these trees, plant these plants around here. I'm native to Bucks County,
Got
so
it.
you know, I just go around and do that 10 hours a day.
What's native to the area?
So it depends on whether you're looking for different seasons or what kind of soil you have, but you'll have a lot of Rudbeckia, which is a yellow petal flower with a black hole in the middle of it. You got tall coneflowers such as liatris, which has a nice purple flower.
Okay.
Most people know more about hydrangeas, stuff like
Okay.
that, those
Yeah.
big, flowery stuff.
Yeah.
Basically anything that if you were walking around in the middle of the woods, you'd find it. It would just be growing there naturally.
So why is it important to my life what you do?
Well, I guess it's not important to you.
Well, I don't want to come
what
off like
I do.
you're not important. Everyone has an important job.
Not
Everyone
much of a
does it.
salesman on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
No, I'm not looking to sell people on it. I'm just trying to say it focuses on environmentalism and climate change. You see the big thing about, Taylor Swift uses so many tons of carbon dioxide when she flies
that she
on
does.
her private jets or what have you. So you're like, what's the point of me doing it? Why should I bother? Well, let me tell you something. Are you guys from around here?
Yeah.
So you look to be about my age, somewhere between about 24 to 34 years old generally.
Nailed it.
So you grow up, you see a lot of lightning bugs out there. You see a lot of butterflies. You grew up with a lot of bees, a lot of insects.
Yeah.
Then you go into adulthood and there's less of them. You look out on an open field, there's less lightning bugs on an August night.
Well, I just thought that's because I moved to Philadelphia, but you're kind of right.
Yeah. I mean, Philadelphia is really bad for bugs in general, but if you're from around here, you notice you're driving down the road and not a lot of bugs hitting your windshield.
Kind of a good thing. Is it?
Very good thing, except for the
Oh.
fact that insects are dying. And you don't
Really?
want that.
So bad thing.
Why don't we want that?
Well, insects are the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah.
Birds eat your insects, frogs eat your insects, snakes and bigger birds eat those. It's the cycle of growth throughout life. So if you lose your insects, you lose your food. It's not good. And what we do specifically at where I work is we focus on making sure we got those bugs, we got those bees, we got those butterflies, so that they can come in and pollinate our crops, give us food, give us something to eat.
Okay. I didn't realize that I wasn't seeing lightning bugs as much. That's kind of upsetting.
I knew. Oh, yeah. I always realized that. I probably haven't seen a lightning bug in 10 years.
Yeah,
Decade.
and if you go to properties that we work on, you'll see them more because there's flowers. Like, look at all this lawn, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What kind of bugs are you seeing on a lawn? Not many. I guess 3 right here.
A lot of bugs.
But when you got garden beds,
Yeah.
you see bugs. You see things because it's almost as if an invitation. You see deer walking around eating plants and stuff.
Mhm.
They're not eating grass. They're eating flowers. They're eating real food that's nourishing for them. It's like if you walked around and you saw, a couple of dried pieces of jerky on the ground that have clearly been sitting there for a long time. They're stale. They're gross. Sure, they're food, but you're not going to want to eat that. You want to eat the fresh steak that's plated for you on the ground.
True. I wonder if maybe we always used to try to catch lightning bugs. Maybe there's just one self-centered asshole who got all of them. They got them in a jar at his house, mason jar locked up.
Yeah, he's got the average way up. That's why you can't trust
Wow.
the heat. You got to
We
go with
gotta
the
go
media.
get it. We might have to go rescue the lightning bugs from this dude's
Holy
house.
shit.
Yo, should we go fucking find that guy?
He has
fucking
no
find those lightning
electricity.
bugs.
He has no lights in his house. It's totally powered by lightning bugs. I'm taking this guy down.
Dude, this is Bowser's Castle of lightning bugs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mario, Luigi, and Waluigi.
What, Luigi?
Waluigi?
Yeah.
Paper Mario? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be Paper
yeah,
Mario.
Yoshi?
Mars, yeah.
Mushroom guy? Well, I guess he's on the Bowser side, right? Mushroom guy?
Right.
Okay. It's got to be an uphill battle for you to kind of lend your message to people, because I understand we need the bugs, but god damn it, dude, the weekend that I get bit by a bunch of mosquitoes, I wish I never saw a bug ever again.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just because we're trying to bring the bugs back doesn't mean we like mosquitoes.
Oh,
Mosquitoes are annoying. I'll tell you what. I was at work a couple of weeks ago. I got stung by 4 bees
damn.
all at once.
That's kind of on you. After the
Yeah,
second one, that's kind of
yeah,
on
that
you.
comes with the
dude.
territory, dude. Run.
You don't see them coming in. You just feel it. You look down, you see it, you
Yeah.
run away. You don't realize you've been stung
Is
so
it
many
true
times.
that some bees, either they have photographic memory or they won't stop until they sting you because of if you go in, if you get stung by a bunch of bees and say you jump in the lake, I've read things where the bees will hover above the lake until you get out.
I imagine that has something to do with most hive mind type organisms. I'm not a bee expert. I don't know a lot about bees. I
Yeah.
just know that they pollinate flowers and give us food. I don't know a lot about the physiology and the evolution of bees as to why they sting in general. I would imagine it has something to do with like, oh, that guy that got stung by my friend smells like my friend. So I'm going to go up there and I'm going to hound this guy to make sure that he doesn't kill any more of my friends or take my food or my honey or something.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So I imagine it has something to do with just, you see ants walking in a line, they don't know what they're doing. Bees probably don't have that type of thought either.
Can you get rid of bamboo?
Bamboo is notoriously difficult to get rid of.
Yeah. Why is that?
It's the root system specifically. So you see bamboo shoots, they're sticking up. You've seen whole forests of bamboo. But the way that they grow so vigorously is that they grow underground, and then it's basically like little bamboos shooting sideways.
Wow.
And they can go for upwards of 20 to 40 to 50 feet just root. And if there's, like, if you sever sections of a root and put it in the ground, bamboo will grow from that root.
Holy shit.
It's unbelievably difficult to eradicate.
Is that common in like Jersey and Pennsylvania? Is there a lot of bamboo hitting up here?
Yeah.
What the hell? How did they get over here, dude?
Yeah, with Chinese bring it over?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I imagine most plants that aren't native were brought over by people who weren't native.
And that's your wheelhouse. So
Yeah.
you're looking at these as they're foreign invaders, and you're saying, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see these plants that are like, no, you didn't exist here. Now, I'm kind of new to it, but I see these grasses that are like, you're not from around here. You're native to South
Yeah.
United States.
When
where
you
it's hot.
when you look behind him today, the gold seal that says made in China?
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. That was a stupid joke. That was a dumb joke.
Made in
Dumb joke.
Taiwan, baby. Taiwan's strong. That's what it is. Shout out the boys.
So we just got to get a bunch of pandas over here to go eat the bamboo.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, they eat ungodly amounts of it to survive because it doesn't provide any nutrition for them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You ever see pandas? They're just like bamboo for bamboo, like all day long. That's
Get
all they
their-
know how to do.
Get their asses over here.
Yeah.
They're not extinct anymore.
Get the boys here. This is
I don't think pandas have ever been extinct.
The red ones were.
oh, they're back. Yeah.
Yeah, the red pandas were
red
extinct.
pandas
No,
did.
the
Say
panda,
something-
the panda was definitely extinct at one point. When we were growing up, it was always a save the panda, save the panda. Save.
I think they were low. I think they were hanging out. They were with the lightning bugs.
I think they're endangered because I'm pretty sure extinct means they like can't
yeah,
come
sorry.
back.
Endangered. Yeah, endangered. Sorry.
Okay.
But extinct doesn't always mean it can't come back. There's been some species that have come back in the recent years that I've read about that was like believed to be extinct. Now the tiger, the Bengalese tiger is back.
Yeah, they just find one species,
Yeah.
one specimen of it somewhere. They like, I believe there's like these secret labs of like all these animals that have been caught. Like they have to have something to kind of preserve them in the hopes that humanity will live long enough to bring them back. Like there's no way that the smartest people on the planet saw these things dying off was like, well, that's enough of that then. On to the next thing. Like they had to have tried something to save these things in the future.
That's pretty fair. Yeah.
What gets you going in the morning? What is there like a certain species of plant, or is there a certain species of flower that's like, you know what, I got to go protect the hydrangeas or something like that, or is like what gets your blood pumping in the morning? You go back to your job.
Oh, dude, hydrangeas are cool. I love hydrangeas, absolutely. And then there's other flowers that aren't native that I do actually like. But what gets me going in the morning is knowing that I can do something that's good for the place that I live, the place that I'm born and raised in Doylestown. It's nice to give back to the county that gave so much to
100%.
me. So I guess what gets me going in the morning is knowing that I'm doing something productive instead of stuff that I would do at previous jobs where I just felt so soulless.
What else have you done?
I buried dead people for a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean that's literally soulless.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
like freelance or you worked for somebody?
No, I worked for somebody,
Okay,
another
okay.
local company.
Sure.
Would you put hydrangeas on their? Is that how you learned about the native species?
No, I learned all the native species from my current job. My previous job, I learned don't put flowers on the grave because they're just gonna throw them away in a week or two.
True.
That's where all the bugs went, eating those bodies you putting in the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the bodies are better nutrition than a lot of shit we put in the fucking ground.
Man, that's crazy. So what was that like, man? Like, did you probably just got like so like death was probably just like something that you were just like normalized to.
Yeah, I mean, you bury enough people and you're just like, okay, this is another job.
Yeah.
You go to a cemetery, you dig a hole, sometimes the hole's already dug, you put a box in it, you put a casket in the box, you bury it, you move on to the next guy.
How do they get the caskets out of the ground afterward?
Oh, there's a specific process for that called interment, but the way
So do they pull? They take the person out. They take the casket out. Take the dead body. It's probably just skull and bones at that point.
No, because I'll let you in on a little secret.
Tell me right now.
Little cemetery secret.
Tell it to me straight.
So the thing about funerals, the thing about graves, the thing about caskets is there's a lot of laws and regulations surrounding it.
Yeah.
And the biggest law in Pennsylvania, I'm not sure about other states, but I know it's in Pennsylvania.
No kissing the bodies.
You can't kiss the bodies.
For sure.
That's actually, I'm pretty sure that's federally illegal.
Oh
Okay,
wow,
yeah.
good. I'm glad they're not state run by.
No more. Yeah.
Too many morticians got caught macking on these.
Yeah, I'm glad there's not a guy. There's not a governor in Pennsylvania, and there's a governor in Louisiana who have differing opinions on kissing the bodies.
So all caskets need to be put in a concrete vault. So a lot of my job consisted of making these vaults. They were probably about the size of this table, big
Yeah.
enough to fit a
It's a
casket
good
in.
casket table.
Yeah.
And they had these 4 hooks
Yeah.
on each corner so that the casket would lay on it.
Mhm.
That's how you get the casket in and out,
And
actually.
then the bungee things, right?
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bungee things. You would bring the bungee things down, it would land on the hook. You bring the bungees out and up,
Mhm.
and the casket's in the hole. To get it out of the hole, usually you'd have to take the whole vault out. Because the way the box is closed, it's sealed with this tar sealer. And it just seals and sticks within a day or two, especially with all that
Oh,
dirt
so
pressing
after
on it.
everybody's gone, they've laid their dad to rest. You put them in there, and you put a certain sealant around it. So, like, I guess, like, so people can't come and rob the grave or something like that.
No, it's actually a lot different than that. You need to put it in a concrete vault. So if the area ever floods, dead bodies aren't rising to the surface.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Yeah, that would be wild. And it's something that happened in places that didn't flood
Yeah.
a lot. And then suddenly they did. So you have to have these concrete vaults in the ground. So when the water sits, it just sits there. So, fun fact, when you see cemeteries, just know that body is wet.
Yeah. And then you're not
Yeah.
allowed to kiss him. You know all that. You
That's
can't
crazy.
kiss. He is soaked down there. I can tell.
That's just an invitation.
So to get it out, you would just put a metal wire around the whole concrete vault, lift it out with a huge crane, and then take the lid off, which
How-
would require a lot too.
How long are they soaked for?
I mean, you put them in the ground, they're dry, it rains pretty well, and water gets in that box. Like, it's going to take a while for that water to get out, especially if it continues raining
Dude,
for a long time.
The smells in there must be insane.
It's got to be stunning.
Absolutely foul.
Oh,
Like, everything that you're thinking it is,
Yeah.
it's twice as bad.
yeah.
Ooh. So I guess there's no like refurbished casket industry. There's no people pulling them out, reusing.
Absolutely not.
God damn.
That would be foul. You get
Alright.
some people that can't afford caskets and stuff, and they put them in literal cardboard. And you go to bury the body, and like, there's like 2 foot of dirt or something, and then suddenly it's just a foot and a half of dirt, and you're like, all right, there goes the casket.
Holy shit. So
I'd
you
haunt the shit out of my fucking family. Put me in
Yeah, I would
cardboard.
definitely haunt. I would haunt like very boring though.
Dude, just like get a couple sick 2x4s and build me a little wooden casket.
That's
I don't
all.
need much.
I don't need anything at all. Honestly, put me in raw dog. I want to be buried
Ooh.
with nothing around me.
Well, let's combine my 2 jobs. What you can do is you can get cremated and put your ash in a pot of soil to grow a tree.
I think I'm going to be cremated. cremated.
No, I'm going full regular body, and I want them to not cover me up at all.
Actually, I want to go Jamaican stiff board.
How do you mean?
Where
What-
you ever seen those bodies they sometimes in like Puerto Rico or Jamaica, they'll just like taxidermy them and they'll put them at like a card table playing cards with
True.
their buddies for one last time.
That'd be pretty sweet.
You want to be playing cards for eternity.
No, I want to be on this podcast, and I want Matt to have to do one episode where my stiff body is just sitting here, and the microphone's up, and like, wow, your co-host doesn't really talk. He's like, so, yeah,
Weekend at Birdie's got like a ventriloquist
Yeah.
head.
he's stiff today.
Hey, he's usually stiff. Hello, folks. Yeah, no, I would do that. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be awesome. That'd be our send off, our last episode ever. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know. You gonna replace me?
No, not at all. I'll talk to nobody for the entire episode.
Any more secrets of the graveyard industry?
Oh man, what do you want to know? I'll tell you anything.
I don't know. What would you want to know? Like, my dad's dead, so like, I kind of want to know, like, what did
Well,
they?
number 1, ghosts not real. If they were real, they would probably
spirits.
I don't know. They would probably do something about the fact that the people putting them in the ground are genuinely such awful people.
Damn. Dude.
Like everyone I worked
right
with,
here.
everyone I worked with was individually like their own flavor of the worst person I've ever met. It's actually kind of really funny. You can make a sitcom about how awful this place was.
But you're talking about the grave diggers?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Dave.
I gotta imagine the grave diggers are a diamond. They are a special breed.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They They all have to have their CDL so they don't smoke weed, and since they don't smoke weed, they smoke a billion cigarettes and drink nonstop.
A lot of felons.
There was only one felon that worked when I was working there.
Now I wonder. Now this might be. I know we have to respect the dead, of course. Is that like an underutilized like energy source? Like I feel like having that many dead bodies, something can run off of that. Now I know it might not be the most sanctimonious way to use a dead body, but I feel like it's got to be underutilized.
My grandparents donated their bodies to science. I mean, it's not like they're not helping.
Yeah, you can donate your body to science, cremate yourself, and get turned into a tree. You can do pretty much anything when you die, really. Ultimately, what matters is what your family and loved ones decide for you when
Sure.
you die, assuming you have family and loved ones. If you don't, here's a secret: if you don't have any family or loved ones, you're just kind of shoved away.
Like where? Where'd he go?
Yeah, where do you go?
You would usually go into a mortician's office, and this is going off of information from my boss that he told me secondhand from a mortician's office, so don't quote me. But you would essentially be shoved off into a mortician's office where you would sit until you were claimed, and if you were never claimed, you were just cremated.
Oh,
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then will they like throw your ashes somewhere?
Probably they would probably put it in an unmarked grave somewhere in an open cemetery.
They're pretty sick because like obviously we have the tomb of the unknown soldier. Could just been a guy whose parents never claimed him.
Tomb of the
Yeah.
Unknown Bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, Tomb of the Unknown Dude.
The Unknown Dog.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I would like. I mean, you could. I've heard you could donate your body, obviously, to science. I just want to donate to my body to like a subway off I-95, and then I just show up dead body one day, and they have to figure out what to do with me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You
Perhaps
can
it's
get
a prank.
yourself taxidermied and just like
No, just my limp dead body shows up, and somebody drops me off, and there's like 3 dudes who are high working at Subway, and they just have to figure out what to do with me.
they don't realize that you're dead.
No, they,
They're like, who is this guy?
no, they do. I come with a note that says this guy donated his body to the Subway off I-95, and they just have to figure it out.
What do you want done with your body? Like it outside of being a Weekend at Bernie's podcast guy, what do you actually want to have done?
I just want to haunt people.
Yeah.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
I know you're saying like ghosts aren't real and shit, but like I just want to haunt people. You know what? I would hope to die around October, so that I can be a Halloween decoration,
That's pretty sweet.
like a lifelike Halloween decoration. And I like when I get older and I have a family and I buy a house and everything, I will be that guy in the rocking chair, or dressed as the scarecrow that you're like, oh, that's just a decoration, and then he just scares the shit out of the 6-year-olds and 8-year-olds. Like I try to find things that bring me pleasure in life, and those are the one few things that does.
But you
Just
would do that
scaring
while
them.
you're dead.
But
So you want to jump out and scare these kids? You would just be a dead body.
So as I build my career up, and I'm the scariest guy in the neighborhood, and no one fucks with me, then when I finally die, they're like, okay, old Grandpa Kyle over here, is he alive? Is he gonna scare me? As long as people remain on their toes, I'm okay. If you say ghosts aren't real and I can't come back haunting people, I guess that's my second best thing I can do.
That's pretty good.
What do you do with that? What do you do after? Put me in a box and put me in storage down in the basement until next year.
That's great. Any preservatives, or are you just going to be even more rotted next year?
No, I want to be as human and lifelike as I can. Yeah.
So heavy on the preservative.
Yeah, dude. No. If my ear falls off, adds to the costume.
That would be a pretty rockin' Halloween costume.
Thank you.
Straight up.
Thank
That'd
you.
be pretty sweet. Like you're having to go into the attic and you're like sifting through like the Christmas tree, some of the decorations. There's dead Uncle Kyle.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Honestly, and if that doesn't work and I die outside of October, just put me at like a security desk.
I mean, there's always a holiday coming around the corner. You could just like be saved as like,
Yeah.
let's say you die in the middle of June, like turn yourself into like a stage for the fireworks.
Yeah,
you
dude. If I
know?
die around Christmas, I want to be Santa. Put me in a swivel chair.
In the mall?
No.
Oh, okay.
The ones where like when they get them on the fire trucks and stuff,
Yeah.
and they ride them around. Put me on a swivel chair, taxidermy up like this, and just have someone swivel me back and forth.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to save us taxpayer money.
No, that's a great idea. You wouldn't have to
Yeah.
pay someone to be Santa.
Yeah.
My understanding is when you die, your body fills up with gas. I want to be a bomb. I'll be a bomb. That'd be kind of sweet.
Oh,
I don't know if your body decomposes fast enough for the gases in your body to become a bomb. I also think there's a lot of like holes and stuff that it would leak out of.
Sure, we'd have big pores.
But if Russia is acting up a little bit, or Kim Jong Un is doing anything, and Matt can get over there in 3 to 5 business days before he starts leaking,
Yeah,
we
you-
can drop one on his ass on the
Yeah.
Hermit Kingdom.
Seal yourself up with some side of like a epoxy or something,
Yeah.
or even better, just put a bomb in you, dude.
yeah. Shit, put a bomb in me.
Put a
Yeah,
bomb in me.
okay.
I mean, why not? Like, you're not going to feel it. Just like cut you open, put a bomb in you, sew you up, push you. Just like in.
I'm on board with this.
What's the worst that could happen?
We are at a Renaissance Fair too, and I always thought like the pyre deaths are really cool. The ones where they're like just light you on fire and put you out into the lake.
Yeah, that's what you don't see at Renaissance fairs anymore is people fucking killing people.
I know.
Yeah.
The fact that he got this in, I can't believe they let him in with it.
Yeah, that's a scary looking sword. There's a guy literally selling weapons right over there.
Oh, okay, cool. So all right, Renaissance Fairs are back.
Yo, he literally sells a halberd for $300. Like, I could have
legitimate weapons.
I could have a literal, real sharp, fucking real ass, heavy ass halberd for $300.
Damn.
Dude, and I came in and spent $50 on D&D stuff in the
I was
first
looking at
5
that.
minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I literally came in, walked to the right, saw the D&D store, and just bought stuff.
That was $50.
No, I also got this scroll.
Okay.
You see, you open it up,
Please.
and it looks like a scroll. You can undo this, put your dice in there. Literally, I spent $20 fucking on this. I like D&D. What can I tell you?
I try not to make fun of things that people like, and I respect that you spent that.
No, you're allowed to make fun of me for liking Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't like to, dude. That was an old me. An old me. I used to make fun of everybody, but you know what? I'm a fucking loser for dedicating 20 years of my life to sports. Look at me now.
You know, that's growth.
Yeah,
that's
thank
growth
you.
right there.
Thank you.
This was nice. That was a nice moment right there.
Yeah, I know. they think this country's so divisive. It ain't.
I see you guys are wearing costumes. Did you know I'm wearing a costume right now?
What are you wearing?
This is my look. This is the costume. So you see a lot of people walking around, you know. There's a witch. You see people wearing Renaissance stuff.
Yeah.
I went one step beyond. All right.
Okay.
My costume is confused dad that doesn't know what's going on, but he still wants to look supportive for his kid that he brought
like
to
that.
the fair.
I like that. I mean, definitely with the hooked water bottle on the belt.
Yeah.
And then the other side has your car keys.
Yeah, I
hooked
got
on.
socks and sandals on right now,
you got
dude.
you got the Birks on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I made sure to wear my special motorcycle sunglasses that I only wear when I want to look like a dad.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that tucked in that shirt?
Oh, you know it's
Yeah.
tucked in,
Good
baby.
man. Good
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. You're killing it.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the fair.
Hey,
Please.
dude.
Thanks for hanging
Have a
out
good
with
one.
us, man.
Yeah, it
It
was
a lot
great
of fun.
talking to you, fellas.
Great talking to you.
Yeah, man.
Keep those plants native.
Please.
I will. You too.
Find the lightning bugs. Yeah.
I got into it.
You forget what you
Get they're even on, dude.
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, man. Thanks. That guy can grow the shit out of weed, and you know that for certain.
Oh my god!
I meant to ask him.
that. Yeah, I
Right.
should ask him that. Fuck.
He's high right now. He's like, yeah, of course I can, dude.
All right, to come on this podcast, you have to be bombed.
Oh my god. What's going on? How are
Hey,
we?
how are you?
Sure. Thanks
How
for
are you, man?
joining us.
So, I'll let you sit down first.
Whoa, that's a lot
Wow.
of gear.
Here, just pick up the microphone for us. Oh, so Luigi,
Medieval Luigi.
medieval Luigi, is that a character you created yourself, or is that
I mean,
Nintendo?
I mean, don't sue me, Nintendo.
I was gonna say, is it copyright
True.
infringement right here?
But no, it's this is a repurposed outfit.
Nice.
I used it as the Witch King from Lord of the Rings
Okay.
a while back.
He's a Lord of the Rings guy. I'm Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I want to do something different with it. So Luigi.
Nice,
Yeah.
I like it.
nice.
We go to the Ren Fair quite a bit.
Yeah?
So this is
What gets you going about Ren Fairs? What do you like about them?
I don't know. It's just fun. It's different. Like I like the vibe. The people there are chill. My wife over here, Thais, loves it.
Nice.
Is that how you guys met? Did you meet at a Ren Fair?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
How everybody meets now.
Is that yeah? Did you guys, when you were on Tinder, did you see each other in your costumes, or were you in regular clothing?
Nah, we.
Sorry. Here.
Oh, sorry
I'll
about
let you
that.
answer this one.
I actually went for the first time with him.
To
the
a Ren Fair?
Yes.
Oh, so you were new to it.
Yes.
How you
I was a
enjoying 'em?
newbie. I like it. I love it.
Yes.
It's like Halloween a little bit before Halloween.
Sure. So before you had gone to one, I'm sure you could be a little apprehensive. It's new. It's not something you've been a part of. Were you kind of like, what the hell is going on here? Or were you
Yeah.
excited?
Yeah, I was like, what is this thing? Like, what are all those white people doing?
yes. That's pretty accurate.
Yes, that's pretty fair.
Very
But then
white.
after the first time, I was like, this is actually cool. I understand now.
The white people might be onto something. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
White-
Not a lot of shades at a Ren Fair.
yeah. Did you ever go to medieval times?
No. There's one up in like Jersey, right?
Yeah, that's probably the
It's
closest one now, right?
That's the one, yeah.
No, I've kind of always wanted to. I watched the Cable Guy. I was into it like then,
Hmm.
but you know. But I don't know. I'm not trying to go all the way to Jersey to eat some, turkey
Eat a turkey
legs.
leg.
Yeah, usually
Which
turkey
we
leg. Yeah.
never eat, by the
We
way, because
never
the
eat.
line is gigantic.
Is the turkey leg line gigantic?
Yes.
Wow.
It
Oh,
is.
man.
Always.
Do they have one here right now?
They do.
Yeah,
I saw people eating them.
Hello.
So what do you do for a living?
Well, we actually work at the same company. We do nuclear stuff.
Oh,
Although she's the smart one. She works at she's a chem tech at
Wow.
a nuclear power plant.
wow.
Mhm.
And
You got the codes?
Free radiation. Huh?
You got the I said you got the codes?
The codes?
New codes? The launch codes?
No.
Oh.
We do use some military language, though.
Wow.
A lot.
Wow.
But other than that, no. I just get some radiation for free while I work.
So you're
That's
chem
It's a
tech?
perk. Chem tech, yeah.
And so what does that mean you do?
Like I go around, I collect like reactor water, from like all the systems from the power plant, and then I take to the lab, and then I analyze it and make sure that's not gonna explode.
It's good.
know,
So you are
yeah.
exposed to actual like nuclear materials.
Radiation, a little bit, yeah. Like,
They suit you up, I'm guessing?
sometimes, like if we're having an outage that we are replenishing the fuel in the core, then some people, I never had to do it, but some people have to like dress up fully to go inside because there's contamination on the
Yeah,
ground
right.
and stuff.
Wait, so you sometimes... Or I feel like I'd be
Sometimes.
suited up all the time because of like if I'm going to collect
No.
radioactive
It's
water.
safe. Like we have a sink, it's like
Okay.
a big sink.
We have a sink.
We have a
and
sink.
then there's like
Nice.
reactor water coming out of it.
Right.
And then you just put your little bottle in there. I'll wear gloves for that, and then put it in my bucket and take to the lab.
Okay.
Oh,
The
okay.
radiation doesn't jump.
it's a lot safer than
I definitely
Contamination
sure.
is fixed in there.
I
in the
definitely
water.
picture you going into like a little secret spot that's like you got to go through like 17 different doors and codes
No.
and stuff, and then there's like a little like lakeish area in the middle of the room around all this like concrete and metal and
It's
stuff.
very romantic.
Yeah.
You have.
And then
No,
and then
it's
and then
way
you
more
just
boring
take
than that.
you take a Poland Spring water bottle or you take like a Stanley cup and you just dip it into the
Uh-huh.
radioactive water and you're like kind of like I don't know if you've seen Harry Potter where
Yeah.
Dumbledore's arm goes black after he kills a
Mhm.
Horcrux.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, if you were to do that, I think
Accurate.
your arm would turn red instead.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, nice.
Try not to drink the radioactive water.
That's
Okay.
pretty fair. I will say though, I mean, for a Ren Fair, if you get exposed to radiation over the next couple of years, maybe you pop out, you grow a third foot, you would
That
kill
would
here.
be
You would
cool,
be,
right?
yeah, you'd be
I
a
know.
total
You'd
attraction
become
here.
you'd become an attraction.
That would be awesome. You would fit right in.
I
Watch,
could work on rain fairs.
watch the
Perhaps, yeah.
three-legged lady eat a turkey leg.
Yeah.
$15.
But that'll take the spotlight away from you, dude. I don't know if you're a bit of a glory hound or
Yeah,
you'd be
sure.
okay with
Nah,
having a
go for
three-legged
it.
girlfriend.
She's beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
just the negative arm candy.
You're the knight in shining armor, dude.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
What
Semi-shining.
what's the color of radioactive water?
Blue.
Wow.
Like
what is that
cyan
green?
blue.
Like cyan blue?
Yeah.
Like a Hyundai Scion? Or no?
Like a baby blue.
like a
Oh.
like a okay
Like
like a
baby
little lighter
blue.
than what you're wearing.
like sky blue, but like
Sky blue.
glowing.
Oh, that's a really I love sky
Yeah.
blue. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite colors.
It's kind of beautiful. That's been a nice way to do like a gender reveal.
Yeah.
Like what colors? Is it pink water? Is it the cyan blue water?
Yeah, it's true.
You dump it on the kid, he
Yeah.
gets big and strong.
Because I was like worried that like sometimes like when we would when we were like in college and stuff, and you had like a water bottle on your table and everything, is it vodka? Is it water after a night of partying? Is it
Gamble.
dip spit? Like
it's
so
reactor
you,
water.
so you don't have to ever worry about it being like, oh my god, I mixed up my Dasani with my radioactive water.
No, I
Is
never
it
had that
radioactive
issue.
water or is it like cool blue Gatorade?
Yeah, there you go.
True.
Yeah, is it Riptide Rush?
They have to taste the same. Cool blue Gatorade, man. If you're still out
radioactive
there.
water.
I mean,
Yeah, it's got to be. They got to be that good.
I'm an idiot, but every time I walk into that room or go over to that fountain, I'd be like, what if I just drank it?
True.
What does it taste like?
It's got to be a thought at least once.
Would it kill you instantly?
You would have problems down the line.
Yeah.
I
Down the
would
line?
say,
Okay, down the
yeah.
line.
Down the line,
Down
like
the
in
line's
3
pretty quickly.
hours
Yeah.
or maybe.
Oh,
a
3 hours.
week.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
down the line. Okay, I was thinking more like 30 years, but okay.
Okay, I can. Yeah, well, that'd be kind
Yeah.
of nice to know right away.
Okay. What do you do, sir?
So all the stuff that she has in her power plant, I test to make sure that it's working correctly.
Got it.
So,
So she
like,
brings you the goods and you test them.
essentially,
Wow,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You guys are a real power couple.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool. So if the test is bad, do you have to? Are you scolding? Or are you? Or is it?
Oh
like-
yeah, it's all her fault.
Okay, got it. Sure.
No, we just normally order another part. So we want to make sure that our nuclear power plant is in tip-top.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, just make sure every single little, like, even down to the nuts and bolts work, properly.
Yeah.
So.
Will we ever have a 3 Mile Island
Oh,
No.
yeah.
event?
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
have never been there, but it's very famous.
Yeah.
We'll never have an event like that?
No, I don't think so. It's pretty safe. It's like
All
really,
right.
really safe.
Why did 3 Mile Island happen again?
Because it's the 70s.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
The OSHA regulations weren't as good as that?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty bad.
They were all
Yeah.
smoking doobies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've always wondered about like a couple that works together. Does that dynamic get weird when you get home? Because I imagine you guys
No,
drive in,
because
head
you
home.
work somewhere else.
Yeah.
actually.
Oh.
Same company, same like corporate umbrella, different sites.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think I could work with you every day.
Nah, yeah, we
Okay.
kill each other.
There's no
We
way.
play board games. We want to like tear each other's
Yeah,
throats out.
that
Right.
wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, I can't
Love you.
imagine.
Oh, man. Wow. What kind of things do you test for?
So we test like materials. So like if something is supposed to be 302 stainless steel, we make sure that it's 302 stainless steel.
Got it.
Stuff like that, or like, test for function.
Well, we
Subscribe.
appreciate you sitting down.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out,
Good
guys.
luck
It was
with
a lot of
everything.
fun. We really
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having us.
So I guess it's technically in some people's mind the end of summer
Yes.
because it's what, September 1st right now, which I hate. I hate that people are killing summer so early, especially with nowadays. It doesn't even get cold until like mid-October.
Yeah.
I hate that. Pumpkin spice is already out. The Halloween stores are already out and everything. Can we just stop killing summer so fast? Like I would go, if I had a shore house, I would go down in September.
Sure, and that's fair. I think you can still do that. But Kyle, I hate to be on the opposite side of the argument, dude. Let's end summer August 4th.
Why?
Because let's do fall, dude. Fall's so much better. And by the way, you could still go down the shore. Say you have a shore
You
house.
can't do fall though in August.
Perhaps.
You can't. And pumpkin spice latte, like what are you doing? You're getting a latte when it's 90 degrees out and you're sweating, you got ass sweat down your crack? Like, come on.
What I do with my ass sweat is my own business, but I'll get the pumpkin spice, whatever it is, pumpkin spice.
What's
Get it
up?
iced.
Huh? Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, go ahead. We're talking about how people are trying to kill summer too fast.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo, how you doing?
that's wait, are you on this?
Yeah. So I was in Chicago.
Oh, so he's showing me an old video of mine.
That was from Chicago 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We were in
Cold as fuck.
Cold as hell.
Yeah, it was like 12 degrees.
Yeah, I was.
That you?
Yeah, that's me.
No way.
50 pounds ago.
Dude, you look great.
Oh
You
my
slimmed
God.
down too. I just rewatched the video while I walked in. You slimmed down too.
I was a little fat.
I mean, you're tall.
yeah, but I was a little fat.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
I didn't go to the gym for like
They
2
kept calling me
months.
Jason Kelsey in the bar
Did
because
they?
I had that big beard.
Yeah.
So then I kept acting like I was pretty banged up. I was on a couple different
Oh,
things.
dude, you were giving me gold.
I was on a couple different things, all good things. And the one guy kept yelling Jason Kelsey at me. So then I started getting in a 3-point stance in the bar.
Those are the best.
Yeah, I thought I pulled a muscle at one point. And then we were on the bus on the way over.
Yeah.
And somebody handed me a 6-pack of Miller.
Damn.
And I finished it. And then we got there, walked through that huge tunnel.
Yep.
There was like no Bears fans there because the Bears stink.
Jalen hurt his shoulder that night.
Oh, God, it was brutal.
Yeah, that was the coldest I've ever been in a game of all time.
And now I'm here with that's my wife and my daughter.
Hello.
All right, were you
And,
married when I met
was
you?
married. Yeah,
Okay.
she let me go. I had her, and my son's with my mom over there.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I'm a lot more sober now. They
Oh my-
told me I had to be.
Oh my God, dude! What a blast from the past.
I know.
So,
So-
we were just talking about this, how people are trying to kill summer too fast. He's like a big fall guy.
Yeah.
Like, I like the fall too, but I like that. Like I like summer.
Yeah,
I'm not a sweaty guy. You're skinny now. You're
Yes.
probably not a sweaty guy
not
as
anymore.
much as
I
you
was
used to
at
be.
one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. You sweaty guy?
I sweat enough. I get the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I don't care about like sweating. People like all the fats hate summer.
Anti-sweat. Yeah,
Yeah.
anti-fat.
That's why
anti-sweat.
that's why they're just like looking for fall and stuff. But I think it's so weird. Like if you had a pumpkin spice latte in your hand right now, and it's like 80 degrees out right
No,
now.
that's brutal.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Get
too
it
hot.
iced. Smile at people. It's a beautiful thing to do, dude. I'm telling you. And iced
But
pumpkin
this,
spice.
I mean, you can't deny this breeze coming through
breeze is nice.
here.
That's what I'm screaming.
You know, I mean, people are drinking like heavy. They're drinking like mead down there.
Yeah,
it's like
we have some
it's
mead.
wild. You know, so it's the transition. It's nice. We're getting there. I mean, I'm definitely not a kill summer guy because I work in I was a teacher and now I'm an administrator. So summer for me is huge.
Yeah.
It's the reason why you take the job.
Yeah.
Other than the kids.
Yeah.
Mold young
And
minds.
so molded minds doing your best. But so the end of summer is also the start of work, which is pretty brutal for me.
Right.
So I like to keep summer where it is. I mean, but when I was fat, 50 pounds ago, 40 pounds ago, I don't want to overstate it. It was only 40. It was only 40. I say 50 because rounding's fun.
Stolen valor.
It was only 40. Yeah, stolen valor. That's what it feels like.
Stolen valor.
30 died on a bad day. But
We ebb and flow.
but it was brutal. And now it's a little bit better. This summer was great. Got down to shore a couple times, but I think it's like I said, with the football season kicking off, I hate the preseason.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's fake football. I can't stand it. I don't care about the 68th man on the 53-man roster
The
getting
people
time.
who react to it.
Yeah,
ugh.
I love that the games are cheaper. I live down in South Philly, so I'll pick up tickets because games are cheaper. You can go to them and enjoy yourself for a half, but by the second half, it's brutal.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for regular football and for Red October bounce
And that's
back.
probably the only when I hear like the anti-summer people, let's get it to fall. That's the only thing I know people want to like. That's their main argument.
Yeah.
Like baseball playoffs, football starts. And it's like strong argument, but I don't know.
The real
It was
go-to is
brutal.
fall drinking is way better than summer drinking.
Fall drinking is better than summer
It's
drinking.
an underratedly
Yes, that
better
is true.
drinking. And
unless you're on the beach.
The beach is
If you're
okay.
doing something in the summer, though, there's nothing beats an ice cold drink when it's hot. You're on a deck.
Yeah.
You're on a boat.
right?
You're
Yeah.
on the beach.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
so
outside.
when you
You're in
used
the
to be
shade.
when you were a big dog, were you able to pound beers? Like, what's the drinking look like now that you've slimmed up?
Well, I really stick to Coors Light if I'm drinking beers.
Okay.
Before it was a little bit of anything, and clear liquors, man. Vodka it goes a long way. A little bit of vodka goes a long way.
Yeah.
It wasn't the drinking so much as it was the drinking compounding with eating.
Yeah.
Crushing a cheesesteak, 2 buffalo chicken cheesesteaks in a sitting, appetizers, and then you got fat friends too, and they don't help.
Yeah.
If none of your friends are in shape, it's like
True.
what's the? I was one of the slimmest of my fat friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was fat, but like all my friends were fatter.
Yeah,
So
you're Tiny Tim.
You were the best player in the WNBA.
I kept them around for a reason. But I think after the pandemic, everybody kind of slowly started to trim a little bit. I feel like we're in that
Got it.
post-pandemic trim.
Right.
Yeah.
People got fat for a while. They realized they went to their doctor. They got their cholesterol checked. They're like,
Yeah.
it's time.
You're gonna die at
Yeah,
38.
you're
if
gonna
you don't- yeah,
exactly.
you don't
And I
turn this
can't
around.
leave my family to
Oh, that's
to what
all
they
right.
have.
Don't make it
Gotta
real.
live a
dude.
little bit longer.
Dad had a heart attack at 35.
Yeah.
The saddest thing of all
he
time.
was sitting in a pool of buffalo sauce.
Yeah, but he could drink so many Coors
Yeah.
Lights
Oh
though.
my god, like water, like water.
My mom
They went
tells the
down.
stories all the time.
But yeah,
Well, dude, it was awesome seeing you.
it's good
Yeah,
seeing you
man.
guys
Yeah,
too.
man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take up
Good
too
to
much
meet
of your
you, man.
time. I
No,
thought
dude,
you
you're
were popping
fine.
by.
No,
Have a
awesome.
good rest of your day. Enjoy the Bucks County Renaissance
Yeah.
Fair. And can I just give a shout out to my 2 buddies that went to the game with me that night?
100%.
Yeah.
Shout out Dylan and Jake. Catch you later. We're going to Ravens together. I'll see you guys. Maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
All right. See you guys. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
See you guys.
Cheers.
Was he trying
Dude,
to
I was watching this documentary on Enron,
Oh yeah.
the smartest guys in the room. The shit that went down was insane.
That was like the big fraud thing, right? Like a
Yeah,
money
it was
fraud.
like it was a gas company, and they were like basically trading like public electricity and gas and stuff. And they went down because like, well, the reason why it happened was they got approved for like this aftermarket accounting or something like this. I know I'm going to butcher this if we keep
Yeah.
this in, but they got approved for this aftermarket accounting, and it was like a different kind of accounting procedure where they could lose a bunch of money, but just because it was off of like future value and stuff, they could be like, we made 50 billion this.
Oh, I know
this quarter.
exactly. Yeah.
And like you look at it and you're like, how the fuck was this allowed to go on?
Right.
And like it was just them and obviously like they had like your Merrill Lynch's and your Citibanks and your Chase banks and stuff. Everybody was kind of like in on the grift and stuff.
Right.
And then like the CEO just like knew it was like a deck of cards waiting to fall.
Right.
But he just kept going and going and going until about a year before they actually like everything came to light. He like just out of the blue like stepped down as CEO.
It's
But he
pretty
ended up
solid
doing
move.
he ended up doing like 10 to 25 years in jail, I think it was. But I think he got off I think he only did 12 because he got off on an appeal.
Oh, great.
But like I mean, it's like they were buying up these like Portland Electric was one of them.
Yeah.
Like all these fucking like linemen and stuff from the Portland Electric Company. You buy them, so then you put your stocks and stuff in their names and everything. This guy's been working for 40 years. All of a sudden, Enron goes belly up.
Yeah.
His fucking stocks in his 401k are gone.
Great. It's so obvious too, and they know what they're doing. And if I'm right from what I remember, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I think that's how they came up with like the gap, like
Gap principles.
Yeah, I think that came from Enron. Like when you were in accounting class.
Yeah.
sitting there hammered and you're learning about Gap, I think that's literally from Enron.
Really?
I think
Okay.
they all kind of came together with
All
like,
right.
yo, we cannot fudge the books this hard.
Yeah, because it was insane, dude. It was so crazy, and like all these guys were just divesting all their stocks and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like months before it was all happening. So they, even though they had to pay a bunch of money back and get sued and stuff, they still definitely had like millions and millions.
That's like the dude who took
out
out the insurance policy on the trades. And
We're talking about Enron. What do you remember about Enron?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, sore subject.
Well, no, I mean Enron. He was a terrible wizard who ravaged thousands.
100%. Yeah,
And I just
yeah. He's
I
an
can't
asshole.
believe that we're even speaking his name right now,
you're right,
evoking that negativity.
You're
It's such
right.
a joyous occasion.
You're right. You're right.
We should do something a little more joyous.
There were no,
and luckily-
there were no
He who shall
banks
not be
back in the medieval times. There was
Oh.
no gas and electricity companies back
Oh,
in the
definitely not.
medieval times. What's your name,
I'm Tom Foolery.
You're the 9th Tom Foolery we've met.
No, bull.
dude? I'm
I
Seymour
tell you no
Butts.
lies.
Oh, nice.
Wait, are you Tom? I'm telling you, like some people have been like, my name's Tom Foolery.
Wow, they're lying.
Are you just like the most popular guy at the Renaissance fairs, and they're just all biting your
They
style?
might be biting my style because
Yeah.
I have a stage show and they don't.
That'll do it.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I'm a bard. I'm a half dwarf, half elf on my mother's side.
Okay.
And yeah, I came from a long line of musicians. I think
Nice.
I have a very rough memory. I woke up just a few days ago in the middle of the forest without any clothes on,
Oh.
but I had the strongest urge to just strum some strings and
I've been there.
yeah, and that and then they found me, brought me in like the sick dog I was.
Yeah. Still naked, or did you put the clothes on
Oh
before
well,
that?
they clothed me. Actually.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's been wonderful. They fed me, gave me water.
Yeah.
Is that water?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's gotta be tough. Being found in the woods naked. The
Yeah.
bird's probably never been smaller. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
be. Yeah.
It was a whole time.
Hopefully some time to fluff at least.
Yeah.
Purple though, they put you in purple, color of royalty.
Yeah. Oh wow. Also the color of death.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Bit of a-
Oh, your ear
Yeah.
fell
No,
off.
my ears are falling. I'm all over the
shit,
place
sorry.
right now.
Oh.
It's this hat. I'm too stubborn to take it off.
So tell us more about like what this is our first Renaissance Fair. Like obviously you're here and all the vendors and everything cool. Is there like an after thing? What happens after the Renaissance Fair? Do people get together or
I mean, yeah, some of the performers and vendors will, there's camping nearby
Oh,
to make
really?
for an easy entrance the next day.
gotcha?
So some people were camping out overnight. We'd hang out, watch a movie, or sing some songs or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have a couple drinks, of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
There was but that's really about it. I mean,
Pretty tame for the most part.
pretty. This was a pretty tame event. Yeah.
Have you been a part of ones that are a little more wild and kind of like
This is actually the first time I'm ever performing at a fair.
wow, congratulations.
This is your full time job?
No, I wish.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like wonder that. Like, I mean, you guys put so much work into it and stuff. That's like, I wonder if this is these guys full time job and shit.
Yeah.
For some of them, it is. Yeah, for a lot of them, it is.
Really?
A lot of these vendors, this is like their thing. They hop from fair to fair.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that kind of like? Is there like traveling fairs, kind of like traveling carnivals and
Yeah,
stuff?
kind of. I mean, there are a lot of stationary ones, but the people who run this are a traveling fair, technically. So they have one in Connecticut. That's their home one. It's called Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair.
Okay.
They do this one, Bucks County Renaissance Fair. They do Philly Fair at Fort Mifflin down in Philly. And then they're doing one in Delaware.
Nice.
It's at the end of the season at like last weekend of October, 1st to November.
Okay.
It's called Delaware Renaissance Fair.
Wow.
Or Delafair.com, I
Yeah,
think is the.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good play on
Yeah,
words.
So
right.
the Midsummer, is that related at all to that movie that came out a couple years
I
ago?
don't think so. I think
Is there
it's
any similarities?
No, I hope not.
Wasn't
Have
that
you
like the scariest movie of all time?
It
you
was
said?
horrifying. It was a
Wow.
tough one. Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
No, I have not, but I've heard enough about
never
it.
seen
It seems like it has elements of this where it's very frivolous, but it's like a Swedish cult. It ends up being.
Yeah, right. No, I've seen.
I don't know if they drew
It's
any
like-
inspiration from you.
Yeah.
you guys
No,
over here.
I think
was there a
like-
guy named Tom Fuller in it?
There better not have
There
been.
better not have been. Yeah.
That's got to be tough. That's like stolen valor. There's like 9 other Tom Fullers claiming they're you.
tomfoolery. There, that's that. I'm tomfoolery.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. See, yeah, there's some accenting to my name.
So it is Enron, little gas
Yeah,
fuelery.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, how about that? There we go.
Wow, man. So what got you into the Renaissance fairs?
I was, I don't know. I actually, like, where did it all begin? Long ago. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm into fantasy stuff. Like, I dress up.
A lot
I
of
always
people-
love dressing in costumes
Hell
and
yeah.
pretending to be not a human on this planet. 'cause
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
It's depressing sometimes.
Yeah. So what do you do in non-human form for a living?
I am
human form.
an SEO manager, so I do search engine optimization
Yeah.
for a website host.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Which is that's not fun.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like that was really
a lot
sexy.
of sitting at a desk
It was
kind
really
of work.
sexy
This
like
is
a decade
great.
and a half ago.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I can get your
Get you
business
on.
to the top of Google.
Mm-hmm.
Do people you work with, do they know your alias at all? Like that you do this?
A couple of guys in the room I work in, but
Yeah.
not the entire office. No.
Do you ever go into like character form a little bit? My leash.
I was BSing a little bit earlier in the week, getting in the mindset
I like
for this weekend.
Hell
so
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gotta be cool. Like pull that out at like a happy hour or something.
Right.
Just start
Ooh,
can
that's
you play do you play an instrument?
several? Oh no, I am a bard.
Oh, well, yeah,
So-
of course,
so,
of course, yes.
Yeah, of course. I've got this guitar here.
What's that? What's that?
This is a guitar. It's just fancy guitar.
Oh.
It's a backpacker, so it's a little more portable than a normal acoustic
Do you want to
guitar.
play anything for us?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Could you give us just a quick sample? Let's give some time and
Let's get a guitar pick. Too.
set a beat, a little metronome. Oh.
Where do we go? Let's
Drop some lines. There was a knight from the highest castle who came down. He came to the pub and they passed beers around. When he went home, his missus was missing. He said, I need to go to the castle of living. The castle was far and the journey was scary. They met a dude and two chicks named Mary. They all traveled together in the best of friends. When they got to the castle, no one let them in. That's awesome. All right, I can live with
nice
that.
little ad lib. I like that.
Nice.
little Dermot Kennedy in there for
Not
a little
bad,
bit.
huh?
Yeah, a little
I just
humming.
channeled the Skyrim inside
Dude,
of me.
that was
dude.
insane.
Oh.
I did not think you had that in you.
Thanks, man. I
Wow.
appreciate it.
That was really off the cuff.
It's the sword.
That was awesome, man.
Well, I gotta go
Yeah.
prepare for my show.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
But
hopefully it warms
yeah.
up a
Good
little
luck.
bit.
Put those ears back on.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
All right, hey, listen, that's the podcast. Thank you to everybody who has made it this far. Thank you to our blue collar babies. Thank you to the white collar criminals, and thank you to the middle class mommies. Thank you to the Ren Fair for letting us be here
Yeah,
and
dude.
letting us be a part of it. Thank you to everybody that we met and everything. You got any shows in front?
Yeah, September's very busy coming up. Check the Instagram. We got a lot of dates. If you're watching this on Wednesday or Thursday, come out to Double City Cafe on Friday. We'll be performing in a coffee shop that I think sells beer. The dream is alive, baby.
All right, we appreciate everybody that came on, and if you're still listening to us right now, we love you. But we will talk to you next time. Who knows where we're going?
Who knows?
Peace.